Hi, Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. We've just finished doing our 5 things that you can find at the beach series, and we decided we'd start another series of 5 things. So this time we're going to do 5 beaches in Fife that we've never been to before.
Beach number 1 is Seashell Cove.
Let's see what we can find.
That's the most amazing chunk of sea foam. That is so lovely, a perfect drop shaped, quite thick actually. That's a really old piece of sea glass. I'm gonna take that.
Now, of all the things that you can find at the beach that we haven't actually covered, one of them is bones and animal bits and bobs, and this is the weirdest one that I've seen yet. I don't know if you can see that, it's bright blue. Now I'm not even sure what that could be. It could be from like a, what do you call those little things? Langoustines that we we tend to export a lot of langoustines from this country. Yeah. But we don't eat very many, so I couldn't tell you if that's a langoustine or not.
Further along here, 2 more pieces. Tiny one, and this one seems to be a little shiny there, so I think we'll leave that here for another 20 years. Let's see what else is here.
Well, I've come out here onto these rocks to film the tide as it comes in and some spectacular waves, and it's given me my first find of the day, and it's this dog toy. So the big plastic dog toy, nice big frisbee thing. I think we might have a wee throw about with that later. Let's get that out here. So we've come down whilst the tide's coming in, and as you can see it's coming in quite fast. So I've clambered out onto some rocks here that I know by the fact that they're covered in shellfish that they're going to be covered in sea quite soon. So I'm going to get back along to the beach and see what Nicole's found. But just look at those waves, it's glorious. Well, I'm just about off the rocks now. I can hear a wee plane flying overhead. And I'm just going to throw Nicole my best find to date. There we go.
Alright, yeah. That's good, that's for a dog.
I was just flinging it over, it's a wee toy.
Match my t-shirt though.
It doesn't it? It's your colour.
Just
so,
about perfect.
Have you been having any luck? I mean, I've just gone out onto the stones just to film the tide coming in because it looks amazing. It looks really cool.
Yeah. I want to go see it up close.
Yeah, we'll get out and have a look.
Yeah. So, have I been having any luck? Well, I found the weird and the wonderful.
Alright. Better than my dog frisbee.
Well, I found a very large chunk of weird green. The weird is this huge chunk of green something, maybe it's dried Play-Doh, I'm not sure. Found 2 bits that looked like they were bird tacks, but plastic with a bit of weight on it. Jam jars, Victorian jam jars. And the wonderful, the tiny piece of blue there and a couple of pieces of sea glass.
That's not bad, you know, I mean, given what I've found here, that dog frisbee.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you found some glass there, you found some ceramics. I didn't think we were going to find very much of anything in here.
No, it is indeed a very clean beach. There's very few pieces of sea glass here, plastic, and well, there are these old pieces here, so that kind of indicates that people have been coming here for over 100 years.
Well, yeah, you know, it's Anstruther. We know the story. If you don't know the story, check out our video on Anstruther. It'll tell you a wee bit about how the Spanish Armada even visited this village.
Yeah. So we walked this beach and I didn't really find very much here. Do you want to try over the hill there?
Yeah, let's give that a shot. We'll see what we find.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Who knows?
It's such a beautiful day as well. Really lucky. Almost clear blue skies. Can't complain about these wispy wee clouds. Oh wow. Look at those waves. We could probably stand here all day watching those waves, but we're going to try and get down into a part of the coast here and see if we get any luckier than we were back there at that wee beach. Let's see how we go. So let's get down into this bay. I think the first thing that strikes me about this bay is it is absolutely filled with shells. Well, it seems that we can't actually find a part of this coast that doesn't have an abandoned lobster trap in it. I think you can probably see that amongst this terrifying overhang of rock that I'm just quite close to at the moment. You can see a seam of coal, and as we know, this part of the coast was famous for coal. Now, one of the other things that's caught my eye is these bright colours. And we can see that there's still a hook on the end of this one, so we'll need to take care with fingers. But we may be lucky. We may have a wee pink lure on this end. I'm not sure. Let's see. It looks to me like that has a hook in it. I'll take this along to Nicole and we'll see if we can strip that back. So I've been clambering around in the rocks, taking some footage of the waves as they come in. It's really nice. And I haven't found a great deal apart from this old pole seam that you're walking alongside just now.
No, I can see something in your hand.
You can see something in my hand. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything kind of cool in there.
Alright.
But I'll give you a couple of pieces of glass that I found.
Oh.
And do you know what, I'm going to come around you for a second. Not because I've seen a piece of glass on the ground, but I have seen a piece of glass on the ground. I'm just going to pick that out just now.
That's nice.
Nice wee bit of glass there. Sorry for that dippy camera move. I'm just going to hand this over to Nicole. So these are the wee bits that I've found. A couple of nice wee bits of glass.
Oh yeah. That's really nice. Yeah, I found one chunky piece of sea foam, so that's really nice glass.
Cool. That's
not very much, but very nice.
No, not very much, but you know what we lack in glass, we make up for in shells.
Oh yeah, there's loads of shells here.
Yeah. Maybe call this Shell Cove.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can come up for a name for this. Okay, so there's also this hideous piece of things. Now watch out please, because I know for a fact that there are hooks in that. I saw hooks. There's at least one, probably two. Shall we take that over to a rock and maybe see if we can disentangle it? Do you know what you think by now? We might have actually learnt to bring a knife or a pair of scissors. Even a pair of scissors.
No.
Yeah, just watch it, because every single one of those pink things has a hook inside it.
Yeah, I see that. That's oh yeah, it's all tangled.
Right, maybe what we want to do with that is just bag it.
Yeah, I've got some bit off here.
You know, and take it home.
It's like hair.
That's lovely. What a lovely thought. Untangling hair at the beach.
But it's not, it's algae. Yeah, I think we might have to take the entire thing home.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, we're finding lots of tiny pieces of sea glass, like these. There's another one here. It really is tiny. Come on. And I might have an idea what to do with tiny pieces of sea glass on Sunday. Well, if you are looking for shell fragments, or you could almost call it shell sand, then this is your beach. It's mainly shells. Looks like maybe there's some pumice in there. Very pretty. Could almost just fill a little bottle with this.
So we're finding wee bits of glass in here, and amongst all these tiny pieces of shell, there's the odd piece of glass. Nice wee bit of seafoam glass there. But really, as I say, I mean, what's in abundance here are shells, and all broken up as well. Tiny wee piece of sea glass in there. Not sure what we can do with that piece, but that's quite nice. Nice wee chunky piece. We'll take that, and we'll get along and we'll see what Nicole's found.
I think I might have found two fossil rocks. It's this one. I put it next to the other one. It's right next to it. It's this one. I think they're like shell fragments inside here. Really nice. Different.
So I've really just been finding a lot of shells and those tiny pieces of glass. How about you?
Check out these.
These are cool. What do you make of them?
I think they are fossil rocks, so I think there's like little shell fragments stuck in them.
Oh yeah?
We found a bigger one in West Beams before.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah,
really
they
interesting wee things.
Yeah, they're really nice, aren't they?
Yeah, we'll have to go back along to West Beam and see if we can find some more of that stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, let's do that another time.
Now this is quite similar to those stones that Nicole had found, but it's obviously, it looks to me like it's granite. Oh wow, that's really cool. Come have a look at this.
Oh.
Now I think those must be shells, right?
Probably, yeah. We should have a look in our fossil book.
Yeah, that's very cool.
We could take that.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we'll pop that in the bag. There's lots more going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm not sure if this is shell material or not, because I'd always put this down, or these lines at least.
The quartz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, given the amount of shells that we see on this beach, and all the little fragments that we have around here, there's tons of them.
Yep, they are everywhere. That's why we're calling it Shell Beach.
Seashell Beach. Or was it Seashell Cove? We're going to have to do a map. The Scottish Mudlarking Guide to the Fife Coast. All alternative names supplied by our overactive imaginations.
Lots of shell fragments.
Yeah, there certainly is, aren't there?
Yeah.
That's a bizarre wee thing. Is this the smallest piece of glass you've ever seen? Can you even see that piece of glass? Can I find it again? It's so small. Tiny piece of glass. There's one in here as well, just all tucked away. But that's small enough, or at least that's big enough that we could actually do something with that. Oh, it's still very tiny.
There's a little chunky piece of sea foam there, just wedged between the rocks. Really nice piece, nice frosting. Very nice colour, thick piece of sea foam, my favourite to find.
So we're not finding a lot of glass here at this beach. Finding some interesting, that's a really interesting quartzy piece though. Anyway, yeah, we're mainly finding these, mainly finding shells. But I have really lucked out though, because I found a wee jet ski. How cool is that? Okay, it's plastic, it's small, we can't go anywhere with it, but it's cool nonetheless. And the coolest thing about it is, it's not on the beach anymore. So I was doing a wee bit of reading the other day, and it took me back to the episode that we did on hagstones, and I read about the kind of wee beastie that gnaws through stones. So if you check up in the corner of this video, just when I'm pointing here, we'll tell you what that wee beastie's called. It's a wee kind of worm, and it likes to eat through stones.
Piddocks are actually clam-like shellfish, sometimes called angel wing clams. They're fascinating wee things. They use their shells to burrow deep into rocks where they stay throughout their 8-year lifespan. What's even more amazing is that piddocks are one of the world's bioluminescent life forms. According to Pliny, who we mentioned when we spoke about hagstones a few weeks ago, your breath would appear luminous, as if you were breathing fire if you were to eat one. Apparently the Romans had piddock parties where they ended up covered in luminescent liquids. We love Pliny, he's full of great stories. But numbers of this shellfish have been falling since the 1970s, so we'll be sure to leave them alone if we ever actually see one. So the holes in our stones were not made by a worm after all. Though after a wee bit of research, I found that such a creature exists. It was newly described in 2019, and it's a type of shipworm that's indigenous to the Philippines, and it actually eats through stone. Digestion being what it is, this little worm produces sand, much like the parrotfish, who munches through coral and poops sand.
That's really cool. So far we've really just been finding bits of sea foam and stuff, but there's a wee bit of blue here. It is a tiny wee piece of blue, but we can't leave that behind. It's a lovely wee piece. We'll take that. There's also a couple of little green pieces just beside it, one up here, and then there's a wee breadcrumb trail, as Nicole likes to say. Oh, I nearly dropped that blue piece. We just follow the finger up here. Da, 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 da. There we go. Another nice wee green piece there. Lovely. They're all tiny pieces, but we'll maybe have a look at what we can do with them. Really have to have good eyes for this beach. Lots of the pieces that we're finding here are so tiny. Really tiny wee pieces. There's a tiny wee piece of green glass here, just alongside it. Really small wee shell there. Pick that out. Oh, it's all covered in muck. There we go. It's maybe not the tiniest of shells, but it is quite small. But we'll leave that. We'll take this tiny wee piece of glass that I've just dropped. Okay, I'm going to have to find that now. So aside from these wee stones that I don't think we're going to risk a wish on, but I don't think we're going to take any wishes with those.
No.
I found a couple of wee bits of glass, so let's take a wee look at them.
Yeah, let's do that.
There we go, a couple of colourful bits, a couple of wee sea foamy bits. Or is that just white? Yeah, it's actually just white, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got white sea foam, then we've got a darker sea foam, almost turquoise, and we've got a couple of Kelly greens there. That's really nice.
Now I'm going to say that's blue. You call it sea foam if you like. It's blue to me.
Yeah, it's almost turquoise.
It's a nice colour.
Yeah. See what I found is this one piece.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Really?
And a couple of really tiny greens. So yeah, maybe we'll do something with tiny pieces.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. You know, we got a question a wee while ago about tiny things. So maybe we'll take a look at tiny pieces of glass and have a look at 2 or 3 projects that you could do with tiny pieces of sea glass.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
So where is it?
Just there.
Oh, let's have a look then. Still can't see it.
See you in a minute.
Oh, what? All the fuss for that. Tiny wee piece.
I said it before and I'll say it again. That's the perfect size for an earring.
Oh yeah. Okay, I suppose so. In any case, it's a day for tiny pieces. I have found a piece of darkest green.
Oh, cool.
Very cool wee piece actually.
Yeah, very nice. Let's take a look at what we found today. We didn't find that much, but it's a gorgeous little cove.
It is, it's been a beautiful day.
Yeah.
The sea is incredible here, it's absolutely beautiful.
It really is. You could just sit here with a book and just forget about the world.
That sounds like my plans for tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look and see what we found.
Yeah.
That's actually not too bad.
No.
You've got quite a lot of nice glass pieces there.
Yeah, and I have to say that one is still my favourite. It's a really nice chunky piece. I'm going to make that into a pendant, and these little pieces, we're going to make something really nice with them on Sunday.
Yeah, so as we say, we've had a request. What can we do with tiny, tiny, tiny pieces? So if you have lots of little tiny pieces and shards like this and you're not sure what to do with them, we'll give you a few ideas on Sunday.
And some of them might be jewellery related and others are going to be craft related.
Okay, cool, so a bit of a mixed bag on Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got lots of green pieces here. That tiny wee blue piece as well. I think, you know, that's one of your favourite pieces there. Tiny wee blue piece.
Yeah, the only blue piece we found today.
It looks like you got a bit of an old peg there as well.
yeah, that's going to be part of one of our plastic pictures.
Alright, cool. Yeah, and we've got that. I was about to bring this this ski jet in because it's a top find.
Yeah, you could go out to sea with that now.
yeah, the water's a bit choppy though. Maybe another day.
Yeah, it's some rope, so cool.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a wee walk around the bay and then we'll get back along with the car.
Let's do that.
Now I just thought I heard a sound that sounded very much like a seagull, and then I turned around and saw Nicole smiling and I thought, has Nicole seen a seagull? But no, she found something really cool apparently.
Yeah, I've just been sitting here sifting through the little shells and everything, and I cannot believe my eyes. I found this massive piece of blue. I say massive, but for this beach it is massive.
Yeah, I think what we have to do is we have to put this in context, folks, okay? Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, just for context, we've been finding mainly these tiny pieces of glass and mainly green, and this one, that's an amazing find.
Yeah, for this area, that certainly is a really cool find.
Yeah.
Now, I'm conscious of the fact that because of the light and the contrast, that might look black to you, but it is blue. It's a cobalt blue, lovely piece of sea glass.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's going to be a pendant, guys.
Thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting our videos. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please take a second to subscribe to the channel. Thanks also everyone who's helped us out through Ko-fi, Amazon and through Etsy. That means a huge deal to us and it really makes a big difference to our ability to keep running this channel. So thank you all so much for that. Now we're going to head back to the car, we're going to head home, but don't forget on Sunday Nicole's going to be making some really cool stuff with the things that we found today. We hope to see you then.